Big Ronnie saying if you don't watch this guy's YouTube channel, you're making a big mistake.
What's up, everybody? OGP back with you, and I did it again. I left it on loop. What are you gonna do? Sorry about that, but happy New Year to you all. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background here, but it's pouring outside. I can hear the rain hitting the roof. It is crazy Southern California weather, and it's been raining for a few days, and we have a couple more days of it coming. It's just really crazy, not normal for us. But anyways, happy New Year to you all. Hopefully 2023 brings you all health and happiness and much prosperity for you and your family and your loved ones. But we're going to talk today about 67 movies, maybe a couple others in addition, honorable mentions, that are coming out in 2023 that we should look forward to. For me, there's some, and I'm going to let you know as we go through these, my kind of some of my basic thoughts on the movie, my level of excitement for the movie, and when they're coming out. That's what we're going to be doing. So should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it. And before we dive in, we'll say a quick hello to the folks in the chat room here. And that would be, let's see, Mario, what's up? You saw Megan, don't like it? Interesting, very interesting. B-Boy Phil, what's up? The little robot Megan is gonna get the battery slapped out of her. Okay, right on. Antonis, what's going on? Antonis, happy New Year to you as well. Sean, what's up? You missed the last bottom of the barrel. I swear you saved yourself on purpose. No. I came back in. We had a little goofiness at the beginning of the last voyage to the bottom of the barrel. No. Okay, talking about, excuse me, there's a lot going on, but as far as the last voyage to the bottom of the barrel, I was on the road, I was traveling, and I tried to get in and do like a remote show. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. But I love all those guys and gal on Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, and there's some news about that stuff coming up. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Not right now. You missed the Cookie and a Hot Summer Christmas. Yep. No, and Cookie was horrible. I rated that a 0.5, and the Summer Christmas I gave it a 1.5. Not great movies. Rock and Roger, happy New Year. Yes, very happy New Year. Patriots win. You got to beat Buffalo next week, and we're going to the playoffs, baby. Got to happen. Hopefully you make the next one. Well, we'll talk about that stuff a little bit later as far as Voyage to the Bottom. They're all fluffy. It is time. Blair Hathaway, what's up? Yes, we're doing it. Thank you very much, Blair, for being here, hanging out. What up, way up, dude? Just saw Fluffy in the movie Avers. Yep, Fluffy has been in Avers. Robert, what's going on, Robert? How you doing? Everybody excited for a whole bunch? I mean, we've got a lot of movies coming out this year. Sean, what's up? Daniel, Canadian Blu-ray. Happy New Year, Daniel. Hopefully you and your mom are doing very well today. Staying warm up there in Canada. Ortega, what's up? You wish it was raining there? Wow, it's pouring out here. It's been raining for like 2 days straight. You're not that far from here. The weather should be crazy. But yeah, Sean, everybody, if you would hit that thumbs up button, I would appreciate that. Jason Jones, what's up? Stephen Coronado, what's up? Happy New Year's, everybody. Your top 3 movies you're looking forward to are The Exorcist sequel, or isn't it kind of like a reboot? But Renfield and Evil Dead Rise. Good choices there, Antonis. And without further ado, everybody, I think we're caught up on that and saying hello to everybody. Let's dive right in because we do have 67 movies that I've got a list here to talk about that we are going to get to today and give you some more detailed thoughts than others, some kind of like, whatever. But let's dive in. Starting first, of course, because we're going to go chronological order here. And coming out January 6th, officially, Megan. And it is a horror movie about a robotics engineer at a toy company built a lifelike doll that begins to take on a life of its own. And it is a horror sci-fi thriller. To me, I kind of feel like maybe this is going to be like what we got with Christmas, Bloody Christmas, and the robotic Santa that went on a killing spree, but like as far as a doll instead of a Christmas, instead of like a Santa Claus, maybe something like that, which that was a lot of fun. I'm very excited to see this. I will form my own opinion at the time, but so what I'm doing for today is on a level of 0 to 5, my excitement level, and I am a 5 level of excitement on this. I cannot wait to go see Megan. It is going to be I think even if it's not a great movie, I think it's going to be a fun ride. And then we've got A Man Called Otto coming out. Now we're up to January 13th. And Otto is a grump who's given up on life following the loss of his wife and wants to end it all. When a young family moves in nearby, he meets his match in quick-witted Marisol, leading to a friendship that will turn his world around. Tom Hanks is phenomenal. I don't remember ever seeing a movie that Tom Hanks did that wasn't really great, or at least pretty darn good. And so my level of excitement for this is a 3. It's a comedy drama, which is not really my cup of tea, but it's Tom Hanks. So it's going to be good, I think. And so a little bit of excitement for that. Then also we have The Devil Conspiracy. And this, I put my rating at a 2 out of 5. This says a cult steals the Shroud of Turin for wicked purposes. And I think that shroud is the like material, the blanket or sheet kind of thing that is believed to have been laid across Jesus Christ and has like, Jesus's DNA on it. And so it's kind of a little bit out there. I feel like, remember the movies Nicolas Cage did? Or no, it was Tom Hanks movies where he did like around the Vatican and stuff that, these like kind of religious adventure movies. I'm forgetting the name of those right now. Forgive me. But I feel like it's kind of like that, but we don't have the big name like Tom Hanks. And I feel like it might be a little over the top, a little cheesy. So 2 out of 5 excitement level. And it's a horror thriller. Watching the trailer, it didn't do too much for me, but that's one that I'll probably be checking out when it hits streaming service somewhere. Then also on the 13th of January, we've got House Party, the remake of the 1990 movie, the comedy about the guy's parents are leaving, and so he's going to throw a house party. Again, that like my level of excitement for this is a 0. I'm not a big comedy fan. Especially this type of comedy, maybe a little more sophisticated, thought out, not just goofy slapstick, cheesy, dorky comedy, something a little deeper, like kind of a dark comedy would be more my cup of tea. So I'm not really excited about this, but I know a lot of you are. And this is a movie to me, like I think What Movie One is probably very excited to see something like this, in my opinion, based on what I know of him. So I think a lot of people are going to be excited about House Party. Just for me, there's not that much excitement in that style of comedy. Then also on the 13th, we got Plane with Gerard Butler. And this is about a pilot who there's a real bad storm. So he has to land this plane. And unfortunately, he has no choice but to land it in the middle of like a war zone in some war-torn country, I think in Africa. And then it's kind of about, I think, them trying to get to safety or whatever from there. That's all I really knew about it. Sounds kind of fun. It's an adventure movie. It's Gerard Butler. It's an action. To me, I'm kind of excited. It's a 3 out of 5 excitement level for me. So I'm kind of thinking Plane will probably be one that I'll wait for streaming or wait for physical media. It's not quite on the level where I need to go see it in theaters, but Gerard Butler is phenomenal and definitely looking forward to checking that out this year. Then we've got Fear, and this looks pretty interesting. but at the same time, it looks kind of hokey. The premise is pretty cool. The premise, this plot has been done before, where it's a group of people. I think they're like out in the woods or something, kind of on a retreat, and they start talking about all their fears, and then their fears start coming true. And it's supposedly it's based on something like airborne contagion or something like that, but it makes all their fears come true. The trailer looks pretty exciting. That's coming out on January 20th. I put my level of excitement for this is a 3 based on the fact that it's kind of already been done, where you're scared of something and so then it starts coming true. But it's a horror. It looks pretty fun. It's one of those that could really impress or could really disappoint. Definitely one that I'm going to wait for physical media on. Then also on January 20th, we've got The Missing. And this is one I have zero excitement for. They don't give us very much if we look at like the IMDb page for it. And it kind of like something we see cell phones, we see people texting each other and somebody's missing. And it just didn't do nothing for me. Supposedly a horror movie. They're not giving us that much. We shall see January 20th. And then we have Distant. This one didn't do much for me at all, but and they're not giving us even a poster yet on IMDb. But Distant, the only real thing that kind of interested me in this was the fact Zachary Quinto is going to be playing a voice of like inside a spacesuit. But this is Distant is about a guy who's traveled to another planet. And I think, and there's another movie coming out this year, very similar to this, but gosh, I should look up Distant. I thought I remembered what this one is, but I might be confusing it with another movie we're going to talk about a little bit later on with Adam Driver. So it follows an asteroid miner who, after crash landing on an alien planet, must make his way across the harsh terrain, running out of oxygen, hunted by strange creature to the only other survivor. So he's stranded on a strange planet, and he's got to make it to survival, but he's being hunted by a creature. There's another movie coming out later in the year that looks a lot better than this with kind of the same premise. So A Distant coming out January 27th. My excitement level is only because of Zachary Quinto, and that's a 2 out of 5 there. And then we've got Shotgun Wedding, and this is another. Obviously, we see J-Lo; her hair is kind of a wreck or whatever. So this is a comedy. Again, I think is this going to be like a goofy Bonnie and Clyde style comedy or something like that? I don't know. I'm not too excited about it. J-Lo's fine, but it's not really a pull. Josh Duhamel is okay, but I don't know. I just, my level of excitement for this is like a 2. Also, definitely one that maybe if I hear good things, I'll watch on streaming when it comes out. But there's no way I'm paying to go see this in a theater. There's just no way. Then this is the first comedy of the year that I am excited about. And this is You People with Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill. And if you haven't seen the trailer, it's Eddie Murphy and a lady that plays his wife. I don't know her name, forgive me, sitting across the table at a restaurant from Jonah Hill. And Jonah Hill is basically asking Eddie Murphy for his permission to marry his daughter. Jonah Hill wants to marry Eddie Murphy's daughter. And it's very awkward. So as you can imagine, the difference in the type of person between Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill, the chubby, goofy white guy, with the black family. And it's very awkward and weird. And the trailer is very funny. It's one of those movies that it wants to be awkward but funny. There's been other movies that have tried that and have failed. There's movies out there that have done stuff like that before, where it's so awkward that it's funny. And this is whoa. Sorry about that. There's somebody at the door, and it's pouring raining. I don't know why somebody would be at my front door. I'm muting the phone right now. Sorry about that. But this looks very funny. Mike's, and it's a comedy. So, comedies are like, I don't get as excited for them as I do like horrors or sci-fis. So my excitement level for this is a 4, which for a comedy might be my highest level of excitement for any comedy this year. Coming out January 27th, You People with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy kind of making a comeback here, hopefully he becomes another one of these actors that revitalizes his career, because it's been all downhill for a while for Eddie Murphy, and I think the bottom of Eddie Murphy's barrel was definitely Haunted Mansion. But it's funny, we're getting another Haunted Mansion this year. We'll talk about that later, though. And moving on to February, we've got 80 for Brady, and this is one, to me, it's a 1 out of 5 level of excitement. If it was about any other athlete on the planet, I wouldn't give 2 shits about this. I mean, look at the cast. It's got a decent cast, but like, other than the cast with the group of old ladies there and being about Tom Brady, I don't care. I guess it's about this group of girls going to try and either see a game or meet Tom Brady or something like that. I love Brady. I don't care about the movie. And then M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin, and these are both coming out February 3rd here. Knock at the Cabin looks very interesting, and that's so you have a family in this cabin, and then these strangers come up to the cabin and like break in, and they tell these people in the cabin that they have to sacrifice a member of their family in order to basically save the world from the apocalypse. And you couldn't do that. You couldn't pick how to save, or how to choose one of your family members that must die, so that way you can save the world from the apocalypse. And they see on TV news there is bad stuff going on around the world. It looks really good and twisted. M. Night Shyamalan, I am very excited. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5 excitement level. For me, it falls into a horror category. February 3rd, Knock at the Cabin. Looking forward to that. Then February 10th, we've got Sharper with Julianne Moore and John Lithgow. And this says a con artist takes on Manhattan billionaires. I don't have much else about that, but and most of the top billed cast are people I've never heard of before. But when you throw Julianne Moore and John Lithgow into the mix, I am interested. So Sharper coming out February 10th. And then, oh boy, what about love? What about not giving 2 shits about this movie, aside from Andy Garcia and Sharon Stone? It's a like a romantic drama, and I couldn't care less. Andy Garcia and Sharon Stone, great cast, but I just don't really care about it. If you're looking for a rom-com, I don't even know if it's comedy at all, but a dramatic, maybe that's what we'll just call them. Let's start calling them dramatic. It's a dramatic movie that I don't really care about. Then we've got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, excitement level 5. I think this is one we've been hearing about. We've been teased about for a while now. February 15th, releasing in theaters. It's probably going to be a very limited run in theaters, but who knows? It could be like Terrifier 2, where it really surprises people. I don't think it will. I think it will be fun and goofy, but I think there's going to be a lot of elements of it that we go like, all right, that's cheesy, that's bad, or whatever. But Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, very much looking forward to that. Should be a fun ride. And then we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. My excitement level for this is a 3. I just am still suffering from a little fatigue from the like comic book, like superhero movies. And I was like, the first Ant-Man, like, I don't care. I just don't care. And so, does it look pretty good? It looks kind of good. And, I don't know. It's one of those where I'm like, I put it at a 3 level of excitement because it's probably going to be pretty fun. But I don't know. I don't know if that's one that I'll even be worth, or even be willing to drop money to go see it in the theater. But Quantumania coming out February 17th. You know, and if you were a Marvel movie fan, MCU fan, that's one I'm sure probably the first big one of the year for you. And then we've got Cocaine Bear with Ray Liotta. And Cocaine Bear, I'm very much looking forward to. Again, a 5 out of 5 on my excitement level for this. And it says it's an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converge in a Georgia forest where a 500-pound black bear goes on a murderous rampage after unintentionally ingesting cocaine. And I think it's loosely based off a true story or something. But is this Ray Liotta's last movie? I'm not sure. I think it might be. I don't know that Ray Liotta has anything else coming out. But this should be a wild ride. And I'm very much looking forward to this. 5 out of 5. February 24th, just about 2 months from now. And then we've got Creed coming out at the beginning of March 3rd, with Michael B. Jordan. And it's the 3rd installment of Apollo Creed's son. And this looks like an old friend of Creed's gets out of jail. And apparently before he went to jail, he was like the baddest boxer in town. And so you can see where that's going, where Creed and this other guy are going to probably battle it out in Creed 3. And that is March 3rd. And then March 10th, Scream 6, a.k.a. Ghostface Takes Manhattan. I'm not looking forward to this movie. I gave it a 2 out of 5 as far as my anticipation for Scream, because I feel like it's going to suck. The girls, Jenna Ortega and whatever the other girl's name is, they're fine actresses. I'm not mad at them for taking these roles, but the character that the other sister, the older sister, played, I was rooting for her to die the entire time in Scream 5. And Scream 5 disappointed. It was a passing of the torch. I feel like this is the final nail in the coffin for the old cast of Scream. I think, we're probably even going to kill off Courtney Cox and I think I heard Master Chaos say this. He hopes that we don't have like an off-camera death or like an off-screen death for Neve Campbell's character. If that is the case, I'll just, I'll be done with it. I don't need, a Scream franchise or Scream world where we've killed off all the originals just to bring in the younger cast. I don't need it. Don't care. It's Scream 5, Scream 6. They're movies that I never was like, I need this in my life. So I don't know. I'm just not that excited. I gave it a 2 out of 5 just because it is a big horror movie franchise, but very, very leery, very skeptical going in. Then we've got, and I'll get to your comments. I see there's a bunch of comments. I'll get back to those in just a minute. We'll take a break from talking about the movies here and get caught up on your comments, some of your thoughts on some of these movies. And then we've got Adam Driver in 65. And 65 is an astronaut crash lands on a mysterious planet only to discover he's not alone. And so this is the one that I feel is also kind of like the Distant movie, where it's a human being on a different planet, but he's not alone. I'm excited about this because it is Adam Driver. I gave this a level 4 out of 5 excitement, just because I'd never heard of it before actually going in to do the research. So I don't expect it to be this huge, huge blockbuster, or else they would be promoting it more already as the fact that it's coming out in March 17th. So I just think if it was going to be bigger, we would have heard about it a little more already. But Adam Driver, he, to me, one of the things in the newer Star Wars movies that has been a positive is Adam Driver. You might not like everything that character's done in Star Wars, but I think his performance, his acting ability has been phenomenal. And Adam Driver, U.S. Marine. Oh, yeah, baby. And then we've got Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Excitement. Well, you know what? This is an interesting one. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I am legally not allowed to talk about this movie. That's all I'm going to say. It is coming out March 17th. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It is. I think I I think you all should check it out. March 17th, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. That's all I can say about that. And with that, let's take a break from looking at the movies real quick. Get caught up on some of the comments here, everybody. Let's see here. Where were we at? Ortega says it's just windy over there. No snow up there in London, Canada. You live in London, Daniel? I think or near there, right? Megan looks like a tiny Charlize Theron. Okay. Tim, what's up, Tim? Yeah, Megan reminds me when I found a blow up doll. Oh, whoa, Sean, what are you talking about over there, Sean? Anyone seen Fresh on Hulu? I have not, Nick. I have not seen Fresh. Da Vinci Code, thank you. Those were the Tom Hanks movies I was thinking of. Those are fun movies. I love the Da Vinci Code. I think there's 3 of them, right? A trilogy there. TC, what's up? A little bit late. It's all good. We are just kind of going down the list, looking at the movies for the rest of the year here. Enough of this remakes. The originals, good, and they didn't fuck it up. Leave it alone. Yeah, no. Hey, I think I'm with you. Leave the remakes alone. Let's get some fresh ideas. Fluffy says, "Rest in peace, Diet Coke." Nope, that's a good Diet Coke right there. Happy New Year. Wish you all the best. Well, Eric, thank you. I wish you the best as well. Oh, I got Shazam still up there. Let me take Shazam down. Let's see. Don't look J-Lo in the eyes, right? I wish you a Happy New Year. Arnaud, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you as well. Andrew, what's up? What is up? Why don't you tell what movie won to better improve his life so he's not such a... Oh, man, that's kind of mean. He's working hard. What movie won? And he works 5 days a week. And by the time he goes to work and then comes home from work and everything, those are long, long days. You know, he's doing good. He's doing good. He's just fighting a weight battle, and it's not easy. You know, we see most people that have ever fought weight battles struggle with it their entire life. You know, it's kind of like an alcoholic. Even when you think you've beaten it and you don't need alcohol no more, man, you get little demons talking to you, and so it's tough. You know, but what movie one is trying? Favorite 80s WWF tag team? Maybe British Bulldogs. But I mean, and I don't remember really too many the tag teams and stuff, but you know, in the 80s, that's when I was into wrestling. And I remember, you know, loving, you know, Macho Man, Roddy Piper, Junkyard Dog, Hogan, King Kong Bundy. There were so many great wrestlers, larger than life figures back then. But I just, you know, as I grew up, lost interest in it. Can't wait for most of the theater rooms to be empty unless it's discount day. Yeah, well, you know what? There are some good movies coming out this year, Ortega. There really are. Donovan, what's up, Donovan? 10-5 for Winnie the Pooh. 10 out of 10, 10-5 for Winnie the Pooh. Is that your level of excitement? It's a bear on cocaine. Enough said. Right. Looking forward to the sequel, Cocaine, Winnie the Pooh. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Winnie the Pooh on cocaine, killing people. -5 out of 5 for Scream 6. If I watch it, it was for free. Yeah, because you work at a theater. No, agreed. Man, Scream 6, it looks like it's going to be terrible. The original characters in Scream are the legends. You're right, Antonis. Yep. Maxine is the only one you're waiting for. Oh, okay, Roger. Megan and Ant-Man, I have a 5 for. 65 looks interesting at a 3. Well, very cool. Eternal, how you doing? And let's see, never saw the first Ant-Man and Shazam. To me, you're okay. You'd be all right. Yeah, and Daniel does live in London. Right on. Very cool. That's what I thought. Yeah. Well, here we go. Let's dive back into it. Let's carry on with we're up to the 22nd movie of the year to look forward to, and that is Champions with let me get Woody Harrelson and Cheech Marin, and this has I think there's some other folks in the cast that we might recognize as well. But you've got Cheech and Woody Harrelson. Like, enough said. Ernie Hudson is in it. That's great. I mean, it's a fun cast. It's a fun cast. But Champions, March 20. Make sure I get this right. March 24th, yes. And it is a comedy and a drama where a former minor league basketball coach is ordered by the court to manage a team of players with intellectual disabilities. He soon realizes that despite his doubts, together this team can go further than they ever imagined. So it's like a coach cast, or forced into a situation he does not want to be in with a team that he doesn't want, but then they do well. So it looks fun. I mean, Cheech and Woody Harrelson. That's enough to get interest right there. And for me, this is funny. I didn't even write that down there. I think it'll be fun. I give that a 3 out of 5 on the level of excitement. Again, it's just not exactly my favorite genre. But then we've got John Wick 4. And so this is interesting. The first John Wick, I thought it was phenomenal. It was great. It was crazy. It was original. He's just a killing machine. The second John Wick, I was like, okay, cool. More of the first. The third John Wick, I was like, can we get original? Like, Jesus, give me something new. I turned off the third John Wick halfway through. I never finished it. So my level of excitement is middle of the road for this. I love Keanu. Phenomenal actor, a legend, a good guy in general, as far as just a person. So I'm rooting for this movie to be good. Maybe it will be a little bit different or offer us something a little bit more than the part 3 did. And so I'm kind of a level 3 of, a 3 out of 5 of excitement. And I don't know. This is one that if I don't have anything else going on, I might go see in the theater. But if it's kind of like a busier time for me, it might just wind up where I check it out when it comes out streaming. But I don't know. I'm really rooting for this. I really want this to be good. I really want me to really like this. But if it's just more of the same, I don't need that. Then we got The Lost King, and it's a drama. My level of excitement is a 2. It says an amateur historian defies the stodgy academic establishment in her efforts to find King Richard III's remains, which were lost over 500 years ago. And that's something that, if I'm correct, in Great Britain, the King Richard, his remains are missing. They've been missing, and this is this historian trying to go find them. She's like stepping out of the box or kind of ruffling feathers or whatever she has to do to kind of go try and find these remains. And the historical aspect of it makes me go, okay, I kind of like to see that. It's a comedic drama, and as I would imagine it should be. I wish they would put like action or adventure in there, so I would feel like it would have a little Indiana Jones flair to it or something, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be more dramatic. So I'm not too excited for it, but 2 out of 5. Definitely one that I'll wait to catch it on the boob tube here instead of going to the theater. And then Dungeons and Dragons. This one here is the cast: Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, amongst many others, Hugh Grant, Jason Wong. Okay. I was thinking there was more people in it that I recognized, but anyways, a charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. But Dungeons and Dragons, this is one that San Diego Comic-Con last year, they were really promoting the heck out of. And that's kind of like I was saying with 65. I didn't see anything about it. Dungeons and Dragons, they were really talking about it almost a year in advance at Comic-Con. So to me, this is going to be a big, exciting, fun movie. My level of excitement for it is a 4, just because I'm not the biggest fan of like fantasy, like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, stuff like that. So I'm not a 5 level of excitement, but I think this is one that will definitely be worthy of seeing in the theaters. Dungeons and Dragons coming out March 31st. And then we've got A Good Person, and I give this a 2 out of 5 excitement because of Morgan Freeman. Beyond that, I really could not care. I love Morgan Freeman, one of the greatest actors alive today, if not maybe the greatest, the voice of God. Morgan Freeman is just phenomenal. And because of that, this movie, A Good Person, um, I'll probably give it a watch. And I don't even remember what it was about. I was like, but then, Morgan Freeman. So when it comes on TV, I'll probably check it out, but no real desire to go see that in a theater. April 5th, On a Wing and a Prayer, and they don't even have a poster out. So on IMDb, the placeholder is a picture of Dennis Quaid. But you got Dennis Quaid and Heather Graham. This is a drama, A Wing on a Prayer, or A Wing and a Prayer. Don't know too much about it. But when you got Heather Graham and Dennis Quaid, it's noteworthy. It's coming out April 5th. I give it a 2 out of 5 because of the cast. But again, it's a drama. Another movie without a poster. Got the good old placeholder here, Russell Crowe and The Pope's Exorcist. This is one that I am pretty damn excited for. I give this a 5 out of 5 level of excitement here for The Pope's Exorcist. It says, portrayal of a real-life figure, Father Gabriel Amorth, a priest who acted as chief exorcist of the Vatican and who performed more than 100,000 exorcisms in his lifetime. Amorth, who wrote 2 memoirs, An Exorcist Tells His Story and An Exorcist More Stories, and detailed his experiences battling Satan and demons, and so on and so forth. But Russell Crowe is basically playing a legend, who did over 100,000 exorcisms. I'm very much looking forward to this. I love exorcist movies. I love movies about possession and demons. And when you put Russell Crowe in that, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Definitely one that I'll be looking forward to seeing in the theaters. The Pope's Exorcist, a horror. And that was also Pope's Exorcist is April 7th. And then also on April 7th is Super Mario Bros. With Chris Pratt. This is a movie about Mario Bros. Going through the world trying, like if you're playing the game, it's animated. Not in animation so much. I like video games. I like Super Mario Bros. I don't know. I give it a 2 out of 5 just because of the video game, the Super Mario Bros. Factor. If it wasn't Super Mario Bros., I wouldn't give 2 shits at all. But Super Mario Bros., I know a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that, especially gamers, on April 7th. Then another one I'm very much looking forward to that doesn't have an official poster yet. It's, in fact, on IMDb, it's just blank. But Renfield, Nicolas Cage vampire movie, and it doesn't give us too much about it, but it says Dracula's henchman and inmate at the lunatic asylum. And I've seen, I think there's like a clip where Nicolas Cage is running and he's like, I'm a vampire, where it's kind of funny. So this is comedy, fantasy, horror. I think this is the type of comedy that I like, a dark comedy. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this. I give it a 5 out of 5, a horror comedy. And that is April 14th. Then another one that I'm also very excited for, Evil Dead Rise. And I know a lot of folks were not impressed with the Evil Dead reboot, and this is a sequel to that, but I was okay with it. And I'm very much, this is a 5 out of 5 level of excitement for me. This is supposed to be like Evil Dead Rise is supposed to take place like in a high-rise building versus like a cabin in the woods. Very much looking forward to Evil Dead Rise on April 21st. Then on April 28th, we got a movie with Owen Wilson called Paint. And I'll read this to you. It's kind of about, what's his name? I don't know if it's really about him or they're just stealing his look or whatever, but because it's about I'll just tell you. Carl Nargle, a local treasure with a smooth whisper of a voice, has been hosting his own painting show on Vermont Public Television for decades. His art captivates and has attracted the attention of many women over the years, especially those who work at the station. But Carl is in a rut and the station isn't pulling in ratings. When a new painter is hired, blah, 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 going on with that story. It's, remember the guy, what's his name, that always, the whisper painter guy on TV, and he had the big afro, kind of like Owen Wilson has in this. And this also has Stephen Root, which I'm kind of very excited about. Stephen Root, great actor. Did somebody take his stapler? He needs his stapler. But anyways, it looks like it could be funny. Just not too excited about it. I give it a 1 out of 5 on my level of excitement. It's a comedy, and I think it's going to be more dramatic comedy. Just not too excited about it. But Owen Wilson, if you're looking for a goofy comedy, April 28th there. And so with that, we'll go back to the comments for a bit before we jump into May here. Let's see here. Let's get back up here where we were. And Larry Cool the Gamer, what's up? How are you? A happy new year to you, Larry Cool the Gamer. Like to see Guardians of the Galaxy and John Wick Chapter 4. Yep. Been through every addiction from, and addictions are tough, Sean, and I feel for you. I don't want to get too far off topic talking about addictions and stuff. Chester, I don't know. I didn't see Tommy Chong's name billed there. If we have Cheech, I want Chong. Agreed. My Killer Podcast, Mel. What's up, Mel? Happy New Year to you, Mel. Wishing you the best. YouTube success in life and health and happiness throughout, and many, many more laughs throughout 2023, Mel. Let's see here. But John Wick Chapter 4 wrap up the whole John Wick series. Don't do any more after that, because when you're going to screw it up. Hey, sometimes these franchises screw them up in like the first one or the second one. So if you get to 4 and you're still happy with it, you're doing good. Love Michelle Rodriguez, so underrated. However, Dungeons and Dragons does not appeal to you. Yeah, and that's where, just because I'm not like a fantasy film, like I said, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings are not really my forte, or like something I really, really enjoy. So I don't know. That's a reason I give it like a 4 out of 5 on my anticipation. The cast looks great, but yeah, the movie, we'll see. Obviously not interested in Dungeons and Dragons for religious reasons, and more power to you. Michelle was great in Lost, Rock and Roger. Yeah. And let's see here. When it comes to John Wick, I'm a solid 5. Still watch the Wick remakes, or still watch the Wick movies. Yeah, and that's where I know like the Fat Samurai guy absolutely loves the John Wick movies, and the first one was great. I absolutely loved it. But to me, the second one was like, okay, more of the same, and the third was like even more of the same. And so I just need something a little fresh. We can have him be a badass. We can have him kill 200 people. Great. Just give me something a little fresh. Happy New Year to Mel. Yes. Let's see here. Trying to get down. Mario, I'm a week 2 for it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, it's not doing much for me. It's just, we've already had Super Mario Brothers movies. I don't know. 2.5 out of 5 for Mario, being generous. Nice. Nick Cage movie, it looks very interesting. A 4. No, it does. The Renfield, it does look very fun. It's one of your most anticipated films for 2023. The two Nicks, Nick Cage and Nick Holt. Oh, okay. Nice. Evil Dead Rise is a 5. I'm very excited for it. Yeah. 4.9 out of 5 for Evil Dead Rise. You need your cabin. I get it. Oh, Eternal. Thank you. Yeah. For Bob Ross, that it is like, for Paint, it is like they're spoofing Bob Ross or something. But yeah, thank you. And I don't know why I forgot his name. When the Renfield trailer came out, I don't know that there's a trailer. I just saw a video for it. Let's see. No, there's a minute. It looks like a minute and 51-second trailer on the IMDb page. Tiki Ghoul, Happy New Year, Tiki. What's up? Oh, hey, yeah, and I had to rock the Grinch shirt here as we're winding down the holiday seasons. I'll be boxing this up, putting it away until next year, unless there's a good reason to pull it out, maybe Christmas in July or something. But I had to get it in one last time here. I wore this shirt on Christmas Eve when we went out to Palm Springs to hang out with my grandmother, and my grandmother, my aunt. They all love the shirt, and I think it's a cool one. I really like it. Thank you, though. Black Bear, what's up? What's up, Notorious OG Pizzle in the hizzle, baby? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Tiki Ghoul, he says thank you. And Web Movie One says, hi, honey. Hey, baby. What's up? What's up, Wet One? Are you going live tonight, Wet One? Let's see here. That's Guardians Galaxy 3. It's just what I'm typing. Sometimes putting let's see. Yeah, sorry. I gotta get back on track here. So excited for Sidekicks 4 hitting 4K. Just bad. You just had to buy it today. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I saw your post about that. Very cool. Chester also got Sidekicks. Larry Cool the Gamer, am I religious? That is a topic for a different show. And one that we can maybe talk about a little bit sometime, but not so much right here, and especially not in this particular episode here, as we are now diving in to the merry month of May, our 33rd movie. We're about halfway through the year as far as titles, getting close to the halfway point in month-wise. May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Need I say more? May 5th. My excitement level for that is a 3, just because this whole like superhero Marvel movie fatigue. We're getting too much of it, and I'm not giving a shit. I used to really look forward to them, but I'm just not giving a shit anymore. And the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're funny, they're funny, but I don't need them in my life. So I'm sure a lot of people, and it's going to be a big blockbuster. That's going to be one of the biggest box office tickets of the year. And if I had to guess, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely, something for me that I'm not going to pay to go see in the theater, unless something comes up and then somebody's like, oh, let's go, and then I go with somebody or something. And then here's one that a lot of you will be excited for, that I really could not care less. I really could not care less about Fast X coming out on May 19th. And that franchise has done nothing for me. This is the 10th edition, 10th installment of that franchise. I personally don't care, but I know a lot of you do. And that would be May 19th. And here's the thing. What we're talking about in the movies, I'm just giving you my opinions. I'm not telling you whether you should or shouldn't go. We're just talking about them. If we don't know about them, I'm trying to give you a little bit of info about these movies, not trying to persuade you one way or the other. I love how, we all have different views on a lot of movies. And even somebody in the comments the other day, was talking about what the Wraith doing the Fast and the Furious kind of thing first. And kind of then at that point, I'm like, maybe I do need to give the Fast and the Furious movies another shot. But then I started thinking about it, and oof, I don't know if I can. Also, the other day, somebody was like asking me what my favorite, God dang it, my brain is fried. I got too many movies on the brain right now. Paranormal Activity. Somebody was like, what's your favorite Paranormal Activity movie? So I started watching the franchise over the last couple of days, and I watched the first one. The first Paranormal Activity is phenomenal. Sorry, I don't know why we're vacuuming right now in the middle of a live show, but we're vacuuming out there. I watched the first Paranormal Activity, and it was good, and I really enjoyed it. I watched the second one, and the way the second one is done, where it starts kind of before, it's kind of like a prequel, but then it finishes after the first one. I like the second one a lot. The third one I thought was also great, not quite as good as the first two, but then the fourth one, Paranormal Activity goes off the rails with the fourth movie. And it's funny because if you look at, God dang, this vacuuming is going to drive me nuts. If you look at the tomato meter for the Paranormal Activity franchise, the first three movies are rated pretty highly, but then after that, they're in the toilet. So yeah, I won't be continuing with the other Paranormal Activity movies, as they look like they're going to suck. But 1, 2, and 3 were great. And so as far as picking a favorite out of those, I don't know, because it's all kind of like one story, one timeline. So, I can't really pick a favorite there. And then, so let's see, we were Guardians of the Galaxy, Fast X, and then Little Mermaid. And this is one that, to me, I don't need Little Mermaid in my life. There's been some controversy around it because some people were offended that they picked a black actress. I think she's black to play the Little Mermaid. Which who cares? There's nothing that says the Little Mermaid needs to be a certain skin color. It's not like we're playing the King of England or something where we know it was a white guy. It's not like we're making a movie about George Washington where he was a white guy. There's no historic precedence for this for it to say that has to be a white girl. So that doesn't matter to me at all. But it's the Little Mermaid. I don't really give two shits at all. So I have zero excitement level for this. I don't think it's going to be bad. I just personally have a zero excitement level for it. I like Fast X. I think it's going to suck. So zero excitement. Little Mermaid, just nothing in it for me. Not nothing I need to see. Then we got a Spider-Man movie coming out. Jesus Christ. Another Spider-Man movie. I think, if I remember right, this is going to be animated. And I think based on the artwork there, it looks animated. But an animated Spider-Man movie, like we just got a good Spider-Man movie last year. Do we need another one this soon? No, we don't. And so zero excitement for me on Spider-Man, but that is coming out June 2nd. We are into June now. Then June 9th, we've got Strays with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx. And this, I'm drawing a blank on it. I thought I had pulled up something about it here. I don't. Let me see. Strays. I think this might be one that they didn't give us too much in as far as plot or anything. This says an abandoned dog teams up with other strays to get revenge on his former owner. So this is probably and Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx are all voice actors. So it's going to be an animated movie called Strays about stray dogs. Yeah. My excitement level for that is a 1. It's animation. It's Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx. I love them both, but animated about dogs, I'm good. I'm good. Transformers, and this is Rise of the Beast. It is coming out June 9th. I remember watching the first Transformer movie, and Transformers movies, they do something kind of like with the Godzilla, King Kong movies, where they make it more about the human beings than they do like the monsters or the Transformers. And that is hard to watch. If I'm watching, you remember watching the cartoon, the Transformers cartoon, it was about the Transformers. And the human beings are kind of the side note. In the movies, it's all about the human beings and the little kid that has to save the world and all this shit. Make it about the damn Transformers, please. Can we make a story about the Transformers and where they don't have to bow down to human beings? Make a movie about a Transformer, like battle, and I'll be interested. So we shall see how that goes. Because as bad as I have felt about the other Transformers movies, most of them, a 2 out of 5 on the excitement level for me on this, coming out June 9th. And then we have, this is the placeholder I found, but it's weird, but it's called No Hard Feelings. It's got Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Lawrence. And, no, I don't have anything about that. It's a comedy. Don't know too much about it. June 16th. I don't know what to expect about it because we didn't get too much information revealed about the plot or anything. Just called No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, Matthew Broderick. Good cast. It's a comedy. I don't know. Probably one that I'll watch on streaming. Then we're finally going to get The Flash. And I think to me, this is an interesting one because I just don't give two shits about superhero movies right now. But the controversy around Ezra Miller and all this stuff has kind of made it interesting. And so I'm at a 4 out of 5. I don't know if I'll pay to see it in the theaters, but I'm very interested to see this after, how good is this movie? And is it worth dealing with Ezra Miller? That's what I'm wondering. And so that's why it's piqued my interest. So The Flash. And then we're going to get to a big one here. We'll stop after, before we go into July, we'll stop and get caught back up on the comments here. But the end of June, June 30th, we have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I think it was originally going to be called something else, and then they changed it to the Dial of Destiny. Obviously, a 5 out of 5 excitement level. This is one of the most, the highest excitement levels I have all year, I think, for most of us. If you were ever an Indiana Jones fan, I am very concerned about things I've heard about this movie. And if this is a passing of the torch movie, I'm liable to lose my shit. If we do a passing of the torch movie with Indiana Jones, I will never, ever, ever watch another Indiana Jones movie. I won't. And I know Harrison Ford's getting old, and I know his acting career is winding down, but we do not need a passing of the torch movie. I hate. I cannot emphasize this enough. I hate passing of the torch movies. And I'm hearing that is kind of what this might be, and that might really piss me off. But I'm very excited to see it. Fingers crossed that it is good. So let me try and get caught up on some of the comments. And again, guys, if the comments are kind of too far off topics or too big right now, I might skip over you. So no, got to forgive me if I skip past your comments here. Not excited for Fast 10, but we'll see it when it comes out on demand. There you go. I've only seen the first 3 Fast movies. Easy to skip your life, right? Love Guardians of the Galaxy. Xmas short, and the new movie has you at a 5. Very nice. And I know most people are going to be there. I know that's where most people are going to be. Born to be Rad. What's going on, brother? Happy New Year to you. And yeah, man, I was watching some of your was it the history video last night. Good stuff there, but boy, you guys you were live for quite a while, and then back at it this morning. Troopers over there in the Rad universe. The Radiverse, right? Is that what we said? The Radiverse. But Born to be Rad. Hey, man, very happy New Year. Much success to you, much health and prosperity, and best wishes, for the progress of your channel in the new year. And Nocturno, what's up, brother? How you doing, Nocturno? Only got through the first 2. Yeah, hey, and for me, those Fast movies, I got through 15 minutes of the first one, and I was good. This I sent movie related. Oh, yeah, no. So yeah, we're skipping non-movie related stuff right now, Larry. Hamburger time. I agree. Marvel feel burnt out. I'm excited for Fast 10 and Barbie. I like Margot Robbie. Yeah, and that Barbie is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting. I'm wondering if it's really going to be something that little girls can go to, or is it going to be a little risque or something? I'm very curious about Barbie. I ordered my movie. When I received it in the mail, was empty package. Oh, that sucked. What movie is that, Hamburger Time? That's a bummer. Wasn't trying to be mean or anything. No. And Larry, we're trying to stay on topic a little bit here. I think Mermaid will be good, but I might check it out if it's on sale. And that's Magnetic Tea, and that's where I think it's probably going to be a good movie. It's probably going to be one that Disney will sell or be on Disney Channel for years and years and years. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie. I think people are crazy to have any issues with the actress that they picked to play that role. And but it's not nothing I need to see in my life. Yeah, and I'm not going to see it either. I'm with you, Antonis. If Fast in Space happens, I'm down. Oh man. Hey, it's gonna happen one of these days, right? They're gonna be racing around the moon, or it's gonna be like they're gonna fly over on Elon Musk's rocket over to Mars. They're gonna be driving around on Mars. Let's see. Fast and Furious needs to stop. Is generally boring. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. I'm not a big fan. All right. I don't. Ain't gonna lie, I'd watch the animated Spider-Man over Fast. Ortega, I would also watch the animated Spider-Man movie over Fast X. 100%. I would watch it probably 2 or 3 times over before watching Fast X. Just Fast X is not nothing for me. 5 for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Very nice. And that's hey, and I love and respect all of your thoughts, and that's what is so interesting. And I just love hearing sometimes. You all can convince me that no, maybe I do need to go see this movie or need to rewatch, to give it another shot. And yeah, I love the fact that you're excited about that one. Anyone see the Jamie Foxx vampire Netflix movie, Magnetic Tea? That is one. Was that called The Day Shift? Right, I think it was called Day Shift. Came out a few months ago, and I have yet to see it. I heard it was pretty good. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it yet. I've only seen the first Transformers movie. Yeah, for me, like it was just too much about the people and not enough about the Transformers. Let's see. They make it more about government when it comes to Transformers. You're right. No, 100%. Yep, army and stuff. Let's see here. Good on the Flash. Yeah, and hey, I get it with the controversy and with this, big of a shithead as Ezra Miller can be. I get it. Flash is a 5. Nice. Disney has no originality or creativity. Yeah, that's rebooting their stuff and making it from a cartoon to a live action. If it's their own movie, I don't have a problem with them doing it. And more power to them. But Disney's not going to give us a proper Halloween movie. So we understand what we're getting out of Disney. Let them do their thing. Land of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead remake greatest zombie films. Magnetic. And that's, hey, right now, I think maybe my favorite zombie movie is Train to Busan. I just absolutely loved it. I know there's, there's Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, all those movies. I enjoyed them all. They're all pretty fun. So, I don't know. It's really hard to pick, but right now, if I was going to go watch a zombie movie right now, I'm going to go watch Train to Busan. Flash a 4 because of Michael Keaton, right? Indy's a 5. Love them all. Yeah, I'm with you. And I'm not, a lot of people were mad at the last Indiana Jones movie. I wasn't mad at it. It was the weakest in the franchise, but I wasn't mad at it. I've heard they've had a lot of reshoots on that indie film. Yeah. That's not a good thing. What reshoots in a movie like that generally tell me is studio is pushing their weight around, and that's frustrating. Movie Junkie John, what's up? Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. Honestly, don't give a care about Little Mermaid either, right? So hyped for Indiana Jones. I know. I cannot wait. You mad? LOL, Animated Spider Man is sequel. Yeah. Hey, I'm not mad. They can do whatever they want, but it's just like, man, enough with the Spider-Man movies. Let's see. You have to pass the torch if you want a franchise to continue. Age is a factor. And I get that. But to me, we don't need a passing of the torch. So there's a difference between like for example, there's a movie I'm going to rant about later, and that is Ghostbusters, because there's supposedly a new one coming. With the Ghostbusters movie, if they would have addressed that as a spin-off of Ghostbusters, but not Ghostbusters Afterlife, where we basically got 10 minutes of the original cast and an hour and 50 minutes of Stranger Things 5. With Scream, if you want to have it a spin-off, if you want to have it a copycat killer, fine. But the fact that we're going to go out of our way in Scream 5 to kill off as many of the old cast members as possible, screw that. It frustrates me. We don't need to do that. It's like Star Wars. We got to kill off Luke Skywalker so we can have, the female hero. We have to kill off, Han Solo so we can have, the ex stormtrooper, who's now, a black guy as a hero. Don't kill off the good cast. Let them just go away, whatever. Make a different movie. We don't need to kill them off and pass the torch. I hate that. You can do spinoffs, and I'd be perfectly fine with that. But you could even make a movie about, you want to make a movie that takes place, at Camp Crystal Lake, but it's not about Jason Voorhees. Fine, but that doesn't mean Jason Voorhees, is never going to come back in another movie. So to me, we don't need to pass the torch. We just need to light a new torch and have both those torches going. That's where I just hate passing the torch movies. I skipped on the vinegar sale today, but I do want that sidekicks at some point. Yeah, and I am still boycotting vinegar, so unfortunately, I won't be getting it. But vinegar has some good stuff. I got issues with them personally, so I'm not going to patronize them at all. But hey, I know there is a big Vinegar fan base out there. More power to you. Just got to be very careful when you're on their website buying stuff. Make sure it is exactly what you want. It was Halloween, and I'm not sure Hamburger Time where you're talking about there. On a side note, The Burbs is now available on Netflix, and I'm super excited about this. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I love when you get those old classic movies that you haven't seen in forever that pop up, here and there, whether it's Netflix, HBO, or wherever they pop up. A lot of fun. Very cool, Tiki. Cine Geek, what's up? What's up, OGP? It's me, Cinema Collector 100. Oh, nice. But I changed it to Cinema Geek 100 because I'm a geek who loves movies and video games. Very cool. Hey, and that, sometimes you got to change your name. Sometimes you just got to do it to kind of be more accurate or representing of who you are. And that's cool, but very, very glad. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for dropping in. Best wishes to you and everybody in the new year here. Let's see. Was never Indiana Jones fan before your time. And that is fair enough. I totally get that. Yep. And let's see here. Don't have a problem with Disney doing their thing, but could make some new animated films or creativity like Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. That's fair enough. Let's see here. Okay, so we're kind of caught up. We're kind of caught up with the comments. I'm going to get back in before we get too far off. We got to get to July, and this will be our 42nd movie of the year that we're going to talk about, and that is Insidious: Fear the Dark. And so the movies that are coming out later in the year, a lot of them don't have artwork out yet. Some of them that are coming out fairly soon don't even have proper artwork out for yet. Insidious is one that doesn't have an official poster out yet. But I love the Insidious franchise. This is a level 5 excitement for me. I'm very excited about the new Insidious movie. And we're getting, our favorite cast back again, which, I love the fact that we're keeping the same cast around for all these movies. So Insidious 5 coming out July 7th. Insidious Fear the Dark coming out July 7th. I give it a 5 excitement level. July 7th. Then July 14th, Mission Impossible. And this is another one, no official artwork out yet, but Tom Cruise back doing his thing. If you haven't seen the promo video for it where Tom Cruise jumps off an airplane, it's pretty funny. You got to check it out. You can find it on YouTube somewhere. But Mission Impossible, to me, the Mission Impossible franchise is a fun one. I'm excited for it, but it's one that typically I can wait to see it at home. So I put my level of excitement for that at a 3, just because I feel like it's like James Bond, Mission Impossible, those type movies. It's just going to be what different adventure, craziness, and different adventure. I'm going to love it. It's going to be a fun ride, but I don't think it's anything I need to go paying to see in the theater. Probably something I'll watch at home, but Mission Impossible should be a phenomenal movie. And then, we get Barbie coming out on when is Barbie coming out here? Sorry, July 21st. With Ryan Gosling and what's our favorite superhero villainess turned into a Barbie. I'm wondering if is this going to be for little girls? Is it going to be more aimed at adults? I'm just wondering. They've got to aim this at little girls, so I can't imagine that this is going to be I would think if you said, we're going to make a Barbie movie, I would think it would be kind of maybe like Legally Blonde or something like that, but I think this might be even targeted at a younger audience. But I don't know. And 0 out of 5, obviously, my excitement for Barbie, just nothing I need to see. But one that I am also at a 5 out of 5 is Oppenheimer, coming out on July 21st. Oppenheimer, the story about Robert Oppenheimer, who was instrumental in creating the nuclear weapons, atomic bombs, whatever you want to call them, nuclear bombs, creating nuclear bombs. But Oppenheimer, if you're a real science nerd, not a sci-fi nerd, but if you're a real science nerd, I'm sure you know who Oppenheimer is. Very, very brilliant man, very influential in the 1940s, and influential in the sense of in the science world. But Oppenheimer should be a great movie. Should be a great movie. Very much looking forward to that. 5 out of 5, July 21st. Then another movie, The Marvels, coming out July 28th. And this is one that I'm sure a lot of you will be very excited about. But for me, I don't know who the Marvels are. And like when they made Captain Marvel, is that the name of the movie with the girl who's like Captain Marvel, who's like the badass in the whole universe? That's fine. That's great. I didn't know who she was. I don't know who the Marvels are. I don't care. I know who Batman is. I know who Spider-Man is. I know who Superman is, but I've never been the comic book nerd that has been like all knowing in the world of comics. So personally, 0 out of 5 for me, excitement about the Marvels. Maybe after seeing some more trailers or something, maybe I'll get excited learning more about it. But right now, I just couldn't care less. But June 28th, and if anybody knows anything about the Marvels that I should know to get me excited, let me know, please. But then we have Meg 2, The Trench, coming out. It looks cheesy. It looks like it's going to be bad. These type of crazy super monster movies have never done anything for me. I'm going to give it like an excitement level, like a 1 out of 5. If you're into the hokey, over the top monster movies, maybe it'll be your thing. But to me, Meg 2, I couldn't care less. Maybe someday I'll watch it streaming, but I doubt it. I don't think I'll ever end up watching the Meg 2. And then Haunted Mansion. And I am very excited for Haunted Mansion. I give this a 5 out of 5 excitement level because I think Disney learned their lesson with the other Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy that bombed. And so I think they're going to get it together. Now, I was a little concerned when I saw Owen Wilson in this cast because Owen Wilson makes some very hokey movies. But this cast includes Jamie Lee Curtis, Danny DeVito, Winona Ryder. I know a lot of people are going to be, but Jared Leto, Rosario Dawson. I mean, like the list goes on and on and on. So this is, an all-star cast, an absolute all-star cast. So I'm very much looking forward to the Haunted Mansion. And we're going to get that on August 11th. 5 out of 5 for me. This is a comedy drama. It's not rated as a horror at all. It's a Disney movie, so it's not going to be too scary or anything like that. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. But the Haunted Mansion, another one that I'm very excited for. Then this one is interesting. The Last Voyage of Detmer. And this is one, at first I was like, I don't know. But then I read about it. I was like, oh, interesting. So The Last Voyage of Detmer, first of all, is coming out August 11th with the Haunted Mansion. And this says, based on a single chapter, The Captain's Log. The chapter is called The Captain's Log from Bram Stoker's classic 1897 novel Dracula. Forgive me. Wow. So from Bram Stoker's Dracula, they took out one chapter and they made a movie about it. The story is set aboard the Russian schooner Detmer, which was chartered to carry private cargo, 24 unmarked wooden crates from Carpathia to London. The film will detail the strange events that befell the doomed crew as they attempted to survive the voyage. That sounds very exciting. I love Dracula. I love vampire movies. And so we're getting something that there was enough content there, enough substance to pull out one chapter from that book to make a movie about it. I am very interested. This one, so it doesn't have, like, looking at the cast, I can't really tell you who any of them are, really. I can't really tell you. So that concerns me a little bit. The premise, the story, everything great, but not knowing one person in the cast, a little concerned. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5, just because if it was like, oh, Russell Crowe is headlining this, then okay, great. But not knowing the cast, I'm at a 3 out of 5 excitement level, and it is considered a horror movie. So I love that. Last Voyage of Detmer. Detmer is the boat. That will be on August 11th. Then Blue Beetle. Come on, what the hell? Blue Beetle, DC, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What is Blue Beetle? What is it about? Like DC, this must have been something before the head figures at DC changed, which obviously for it to be done and already coming out this year, it was already there. But to me, I don't give two shits. Another superhero movie? Ugh. Like, come on. Well, how many, like you want to make a new Superman movie every 3 years? Fine. But man, we're going to die. Like somebody is sitting around looking through their old comic books going, oh shit, let's make a movie about them. I don't need it. I don't care. But Blue Beetle, if you're excited about that, August 18th, I give it a 0 excitement for me. And then moving into September. Ooh, yes, one of my most anticipated movies of the year, Equalizer 3. I am thrilled that they're still making Equalizer movies even after we got the show. I've never watched a minute of the show, and nothing against the show, but we're talking about Denzel. I don't care who you pick to try and replace Denzel as the Equalizer. I don't want no part of it. I want Denzel. Denzel is one of my favorite actors of all time. Like, I mean, he is in the top 5 of all my favorite actors of all time. And the first 2 Equalizer movies, phenomenal. The first one better than the second one, but the second one was still great. And as far as movies Denzel has done, these are right up there with American Gangster and Training Day. They're some of the best that he's ever done. And Denzel is not one known to do a bunch of sequels. And for him to embrace the Equalizer role for a third time, absolutely love it. Cannot wait. Man, Equalizer 3. Thank you, movie gods, for giving us Equalizer 3. I need this in my life. Obviously, a 5 out of 5 excitement level for Equalizer 3. Then we get The Nun 2. It's a horror movie. The first Nun was okay. If I had to rate the first Nun movie right now, I would give it a 6 out of 10 or like a 3 out of 5. Not the greatest, but it didn't piss me off like some people were so mad at The Nun. And so because of that, I'm kind of excited to see the new one. It's nothing I need to go see in the theater. And something, in fact, like that type of horror movie, I probably want to watch it at home, like with the lights out and everything, alone in the quiet. So I'm at a 3 out of 5 on The Nun 2. That is coming out September 8th. And if I didn't mention, Equalizer is September 1st. It's coming out. But The Nun 2, September 8th. I'm looking forward to it. 3 out of 5 for me. And then being chilly, that's for you. And then A Haunting in Venice. A Haunting in Venice. September 15th. A Haunting in Venice for the third time. Knock, 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 Penny. In a post-World War II Venice, Poirot, I don't know how you say this guy's name, Poirot, now retired and living in his own exile, reluctantly attends a seance. But when one of the guests is murdered, it is up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer. So it's kind of like a detective movie. Somebody's killed at a seance, and this guy who was retired from being a detective needs to get back into work. It looks kind of fun. 3 out of 5 excitement. Nothing I'll worry about in a theater, but something I'll probably be interested in checking out at home. And we're coming down the home stretch here. We're in the middle of September. So before we dive into the last, what do we got, about 15, 20 more movies to go before we dive into those. I'll get back to some of your comments here and see what some of your thoughts are on these. Let me get back and figure out where we were. Okay, so if I miss some of your comments, again, forgive me. How about Train to Busan 2? Well, they're making a remake. Train to Busan 2, the movie Peninsula, because it was called Peninsula, and I have not seen it yet. And the reason I haven't seen it is because I've heard it's horrible. And they're making a Train to Busan remake in the United States that they're supposedly writing again or whatever. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be Train to Busan. We've seen that enough with like Old Boy and some other movies. Even the Old Boy, the American version, wasn't that bad. I kind of enjoyed it still, but they're definitely not as good as like the Korean originals or the Asian originals. So I'm worried about Train to Busan 2. We need a Mission Impossible versus Wick. That would be fun. Hey, if John Wick was trying to kill Tom Cruise, that'd be great. Geeked Out Turtles fan, what's up? What's up? It's all good. It's all good. If you're interested in Geeked Out, if you're interested in anybody who jumped in late, if you're interested in seeing the movies that are coming out earlier in the year, I have tried to stick to the topic here. And I know we're an hour and 20 minutes in, but we've already talked about but like over 50 movies that are coming out. We've got we're at number 54, and we got to go to 67 of movies that are worthy of talking about. They're coming out in 2023. So the replay will be there for you. If you're going to watch a replay, I always recommend, if you're just trying to get through it quick, watch it on double speed or something to get through. But it's all good. To Geeked Out Turtles fan, Happy New Year to you, and thank you for dropping in. Rashawn, what's up, Rashawn? How are you doing? Happy New Year. Hopefully you're doing well back there in the great state of Pennsylvania. Stop watching MI3 at the theater. And that's one to me, I don't think I've ever seen any of the Mission Impossibles in the theater. Just nothing I need to. Like, I could watch them at home and be just fine. I heard Mission Impossible movies keep getting better, but I haven't watched Mission Impossible since Peter Graves series. Wow. And you know what? Here's the thing. I've seen, I don't know, at least two or three Mission Impossible movies with Tom Cruise. I've enjoyed them. They've been fun. Like a James Bond kind of movie. They're fun. They're fun rides. Or like a Jason Bourne. Out of that genre, Bourne movies are my favorite, like by far, bar none. But Mission Impossible, they're pretty fun movies. Barbie movie looks fun. Love Margot Robbie. Yeah, Tiki, and that's what I am curious. I should have put it at a 1 because of Margot Robbie being in it, but I don't know. I feel like a creeper if I was excited about a Barbie movie, but it's something. Maybe I'll put it on one day when it's streaming and check it out. Maybe I'll give us another Max Payne movie. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, hey, my Max Payne sequel. All right, let's do it. Let's see here. And to get off topic, where you're going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow we are doing the live stream tomorrow, and we are doing the giveaway tomorrow. It's going to be the same old. There is going to be a chance for a giveaway. We're going to spin the wheel and figure out. There will be a chance it's an Amazon gift card. There'll be a chance it's a t-shirt, mystery bags. There's all that good stuff tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. 5:00. You know where to be. A 0 for the Marvels. Don't know and don't care. Eternal. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are the Marvels? What do we need them for? What are we doing here? And my Jerry Seinfeld impression there. Oh no, not the Meg 2, right? Antonis, you like the Meg 1? Nice. Okay, I've never watched it. Maybe I need to check it out. A 0, not a shark person. I'm with you. Have you heard of a song on YouTube called it's Corn Remix? I don't think I have. Cinema. I don't think I have. Jared Leto is 0 for you then. I know. You got to get past Jared Leto and look at the rest of the cast. You got to look at the rest of that cast. Watch. So you got Jared Leto, but you have Jamie Lee Curtis, Danny DeVito, Winona Ryder, Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson. Like, it's a phenomenal cast. Just get past Jared Leto, just get past him. Don't care about Barbie. Yep. Okay. The Last Voyage is very interesting. A 3. And to me, I am very excited about it. Little concerned about the cast, but very excited about it. This has been a great live stream. Well, Magnetic T, thank you very much. Predminator, Happy New Year to you. What's up, Predminator? How you doing? Let's see. Blue Beetle is 0. I don't know nothing about. I don't even know what Blue Beetle is. It's the same to me. That's the DC version of the Marvels. Don't know. Don't care. I hope no horror movies get delayed. No, you know what, Antonis, you're right. It's been all these delays of these movies over the years have been tough. All because of COVID and different reasons. And the reorganizing of like DC and stuff like that. I hope we don't have any delays. Hopefully the world stays a healthy place, and hopefully we get through all these movies and we get to see it, because there are some that I am super, super, super excited about this year. Eric Medina, I turned off by all comic book movies. Hey, there's just been too many. And that's, for me, more than just turned off and just I hate them in general. I'm just burnt out. I've seen enough. I've seen too many. Give me a good story. And the comic book movies, it's a cookie cutter story just to take place in different places. It's a different setting, a different joke, but it's the same thing. You got a superhero who is, the world hates him. and then the world needs them, and then they save the day. Man, I'm done with them. Oh yeah, Equalizer, a 5 interest. Yeah, no, I cannot wait for the Equalizer. Let's see, not turned off by all comic book movies, but there are a few that really don't care about. Yeah, no, and that's what we're all different, all have different opinions, and that's what I love about it. You know, you can be excited about what you are excited about, and I can maybe not like it or whatever, but it's all good, and that's why I'm talking about. Even though there's a lot of movies that I don't care about, I'm still talking about them because maybe some of you might be interested. So, and I respect that, and that's we're talking about what is to be excited about, and I'm just giving you my thoughts. It's not a recommendation whether you should see it or not. It's just my personal thoughts on it. Sylvester Stallone Spartan came out last year. I'm not sure what that is, Larry. Robert, what's up, Robert? Man, thank you for the constant support for the channel, Robert. Absolutely love you, man. Thank you so much. And hey, Robert, there is a good possibility I'll be in Dallas in a week or two. So I'll be letting you know. Maybe we can do it up and toss a cold one back. I'm so on the Nun 2, and that's what hey, to me, the Nun 2, do we need to see it in theaters? I don't think so, but it's something that I will want to check out. I'm definitely interested in checking out when I can watch it at home here. Didn't the Equalizer television show precede the movie? Chester, I don't know. I've never watched the show at all. If you're talking about the Equalizer show from like what, the 80s or 90s, whenever it was, there was a show, The Equalizer, way back in the day, I think in the 80s. But I'm talking about the new one with Queen Latifah. I'm talking about the new current, like going on right now, Equalizer TV show. I don't need that in my life. Queen Latifah is fine. I have no problem with Queen Latifah at all, but I don't need her as the Equalizer. I need Denzel as the Equalizer. I'm excited for Megan. I'm excited for it too. Dominic, what's up? Hi, by the way, how you doing? What horror movie do you think will bomb this year? Ooh, good call. Good call. Let's get through. Well, Dune 2 is coming out. Did anybody really care or like Dune, the first Dune that came out? Why are we getting to Dune 2? So I think that might bomb, but that's more a sci-fi, I think. But as far as, let's see. Oh, you know what I think might bomb, Antonis? Oops. Sorry about that. Hopefully I wasn't too noisy. You know what I think is going to bomb, honestly, and I think you're excited about it, is that Exorcist. I think The Exorcist is going to bomb. I really do. Let's see here. Get a couple more comments and we'll dive back into the rest of these movies. We're at 54 of 67 that we need to talk about here. So we still got a bunch to talk about here. We don't need another Train to Busan. I hope the American version fails. Yeah, I'm not rooting for anything to fail, but I don't think it's going to be good. I remember the 80s TV show, The Equalizer. So yeah, so that's right. Rock and Roger. Yeah, it was the 80s. That's right. Yeah. That's great. That's great. But nowadays, I need Denzel. I don't need Queen Latifah. Chester, your predictions are correct. Mission Impossible movies keep getting better. One of those rare cases. Yep, nice. Anytime. Well, no, yeah, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. Dune 2. Yep, we don't need it. We don't need it. I haven't seen Dune yet. In my opinion, the cast is amazing, and that is the only reason I gave it 2 minutes of my life. So it's just a boring story. The original Dune from way back, I think it came out in the 80s. It was boring. It wasn't for me. The new one is boring. A great cast, but it's boring. Queen Latifah. Oh no, you didn't. What's up, Metal God? Man, hey, nothing against Queen Latifah. I don't have a problem with Queen Latifah at all. Just Denzel is my equalizer. Don't mess with Denzel. So here we go. Let's get back into the movies. We're starting here. We're at the 54th one that we need to talk about of the year, and that is another one that I don't know if we need or we asked for, but it is The Expendables 4, and they don't have official artwork out or a whole lot detailed about the plot, which, let's be honest, is it going to have a very compelling story, or is it going to be a bunch of old guys shooting at each other? It's going to be a bunch of old guys shooting at each other. Hopefully it's pretty fun. You got Stallone, who's been great in the Tulsa King, which Tulsa King, as it's going on, it's a fun ride, but it's hokey. It's not nearly on the level of The Sopranos or anything. But Tulsa King is great. Stallone, still a fan favorite. The Expendables, it's going to have a great cast. It's going to be a fun ride. My excitement level is a 3 out of 5 for the Expendables just because of the cast, and it's going to be a crazy, wild ride. That is coming out September 22nd. For me, it will. There's no way I'm paying to see that in theaters, but I'll definitely watch it when I can see it at home. Then we've got Craven the Hunter with Russell Crowe, and I don't know too much about this. This is another one that I should look up to see if I missed anything as far as the details here. But it says Russian immigrant Sergei Kravenov is on a mission to prove that he is the greatest hunter in the world. So it's a movie where a guy is trying to prove that he's a hunter or he's the best hunter in the world. It's got Russell Crowe, so that adds to the excitement for me. But a guy trying to prove that he's the greatest hunter in the world? Who gives a shit? So for me, the excitement level is a 2 just because Russell Crowe's in it. That is coming out October 6th. Craven the Hunter. Or Craven, I don't know how you'd say it. But then there we go. October 13th, of course, has to come out in the Halloween season, and that is The Exorcist. Oh boy. Let me see it. What? Okay, Exorcist. Here we go. Let's check this out. So this is a sequel to the 1973 film about a 12-year-old girl who is possessed by a mysterious demonic entity, forcing her mother to seek the help of 2 priests to save her. So it's a sequel. Ann Dowd. Okay, I know the name. Leslie Odom Jr. I know the name. Cast-wise, it's doing nothing for me. I hope it's good, but I just feel like it's going to bomb. I just feel like it's not going to be good. We'll see. Hopefully it's really good. I don't know. The artwork's kind of cool, going back to the OG with the staircase, the girl doing like the, spider walk, crab walk, whatever you want to call it. But man, I really think that we're all going to be like, man, screw that movie. And then here we go. Possibly my most anticipated, for me personally. I know some of you are going to be like, what? But for me, the most anticipated movie of the year, quite possibly. Definitely up in the top 5 most anticipated movies of the year, if not top 2, or just the most anticipated. Saw 10. Tobin Bell is back. I'm thinking, from what I've heard, this is going to take place kind of in the same timeline as the original Saw trilogy. I hope they haven't given us too much. It still says plot under wraps, but we get Tobin Bell, and then Michael Beach, who I recognize him, but other than that, the cast I don't know. Let's see. Michael Beach was in Aquaman, was in Dahmer, Mayor of Kingstown. He's been in so much stuff. Very, very famous actor. I wish I knew more about the plot right now, but I don't want to speculate. There's been a lot of rumors going around what the plot could be, but what we've heard is that it kind of takes place during the first trilogy or something, and it's going to be maybe more focused on looking at Jigsaw or something like that. I don't really know. I just Saw 10, October 27th. Thank you, movie universe, for giving us Saw 10. I think I'm even more excited personally for Saw 10 than I am Indiana Jones, but that's a toss-up right there. That's a toss-up. And then after Saw 10, the big letdown, Dune 2. Do we need it? 0 anticipation. Oh, and Saw, if I didn't mention it, Saw was a 5 out of 5, of course, on my excitement level. Oh, and The Exorcist, if I didn't mention that. Exorcist, I'm at a 2. But Dune, 0 out of 5 excitement. November 3, I just couldn't care less. Then, I did that one already. Here we go. The Hunger Games, November 17th. We're getting another installment of the Hunger Games. And I don't know. I think it's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think I've seen parts of one of the Hunger Game movies. I'm not a big fan of the genre. I lump them in with movies like Lord of the Rings or shows like Game of Thrones. Just not my favorite type of stuff. So not too excited about it. But I know it has a big following. A lot of people love the Hunger Games movies. So I think it'll probably do really well. But it's just not for me. Just not for me. And maybe if any of you are huge Hunger Games fans, convince me. Tell me why I need to go watch them. I would love to have a reason to want to go watch those. But then here we go. December 15th, Wonka. Do we need Wonka? Well, can we let Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory rest? Gene Wilder has passed away. He was amazing. That was an amazing movie. It holds up. Maybe grandpas don't sleep in their beds with the whole family and stuff anymore. But you can go watch Wonka, Willy Wonka, the original one. You can go watch it and it's fine. It holds up. It's a good movie. The whole Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it didn't do much for me. On a 1 to 10, Charlie and Chocolate Factory gets like a 3 or a 4. I don't need another Wonka movie. And is it one of the kids that was in Stranger Things that's playing him or something? But who is playing Wonka? Timothy, however you say his name. But he was in Dune. What else was he in? What do I recognize him from? I know him from somewhere. What was he in? Interstellar. Maybe was he just in Dune? No, there had to have been something else that I recognize him from. Dune and Interstellar. I guess maybe that's it. But he looks familiar. He looks like one of the kids from like Stranger Things or something. I don't know. But I don't care. I don't want it. Willy Wonka. I don't. Maybe if I hear enough good things about it, maybe I'll go check it out. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm definitely not going to pay to see it in a theater. Then this. There's no new artwork, and IMDb doesn't give us hardly anything on a new Ghostbusters movie. But oops. Sorry, I goofed. This is so it's Untitled Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. Sorry about that pause there. Sorry about that. So this is an untitled Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. No title for it yet. It's supposed to come out December 20th. And if you look at the cast, there is no mention of the original Ghostbusters cast at all. This is going to be a movie with the kids again. Finn from Stranger Things, McKenna Grace, Paul Rudd. It's going to be the kids. I don't need Ghostbusters movies that don't involve Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. I don't need them. I thought Ghostbusters Afterlife sucked. It pissed me off. We got way too much of the young cast and not enough of the Ghostbusters. And then at the very end, and sorry, here comes a spoiler alert if you have not seen the Ghostbusters Afterlife. At the very end, the Ghostbusters can't even win the battle. It's the kids that have to win the battle, officially passing the torch. And Ghostbusters Afterlife can piss off. I do not like that movie. If it was a standalone, or if you said, oh, we're going to make a Ghostbusters movie, like a spinoff, fine. And if you had just Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd show up or whatever, fine. But if it wasn't, it was supposed to be Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's supposed to be just a true sequel. It sucked. I hated it. I wanted the Ghostbusters. I got Stranger Things 5. And so it was so frustrating. And then even if it was all Stranger Things 5 until Ghostbusters at the last 10 minutes, and then the Ghostbusters came in and saved the day, fine. But when it's the little kid that has to go save the day, done. I will not be spending money to see Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel in the theaters, but it's supposedly coming out December 20th. Man, if 2016 wasn't bad enough, then they had to screw us with this last Ghostbusters movie, and now we're getting a Ghostbusters movie without even announcing Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray in it. Why bother? Aquaman 2, interesting. Will we get Mrs. Johnny Depp, Amber Turd? Will we get Amber Turd, or are they going to cut her out? What are they going to do? Amazon coming out on Christmas Day. 2 out of 5 excitement. The only reason I'm excited about that or have any interest is because I'm curious to see what they did with Amber Turd. Other than that, Aquaman, I still haven't seen the first one. I don't care to see it. I don't need to see it. So yeah, I give it a 2 out of 5 excitement, and Ghostbusters 0. I don't care about this movie at all. And then we get movies. We're now in a section where there's movies that are announced, but we don't have official release dates yet. So just thought that we would talk about these anyways. The idea that they're supposedly coming out this year sometime, we shall see. And that's A Quiet Place 3. 3 out of 5 excitement level for this. Nothing I need to go see in a theater ever, but will I watch it at home? Probably. No dates on these yet. Beverly Hills Cop 4 supposed to be coming out sometime this year. Don't really know. Hopefully it's this year and doesn't get pushed back. Then there's a movie, American Metal, with John Travolta, which I don't know too much about. Let's see. I thought I pulled up something American Metal on here, but I'm not seeing it now. So American Metal says it follows a desperate man as he robs a pill mill. So, and I don't know if John Travolta is playing like a bad guy or good guy, but it's a desperate guy who robs a pill mill, which is, like a drug place, so a guy probably robbing some gangsters or something like that. So an adventure movie. It's got Travolta. It's noteworthy. Might be kind of fun. Who knows? Don't know too much about it right now, and we don't know when it's coming out. 2 out of 5 excitement before I know too much about it. A Beverly Hills Cop, 5 out of 5 excitement for whenever that comes out, if I didn't mention that. And then we get a movie called Beau is Afraid. Joaquin Phoenix. It has Michael Gandolfini in it. I don't know too much else about it, but with Gandolfini and Joaquin Phoenix, that is definitely exciting. Beau is Afraid. I give that a 3 out of 5 excitement. I don't know when it's coming out. And then Star Wars Rogue Squadron, 3 out of 5 excitement. Don't know when it's coming out or much about the story, but Star Wars Rogue Squadron movie coming out. And that's it. That's the movies that I had on the list that we need to talk about. Let me jump back over to your comments now and get caught up on some of your thoughts on these. Let's see here. Get back here to we're going to start right here. If I miss some of your comments, I apologize. You can throw them out there again. The Exorcist is a 2. I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested. Definitely want to see it, but I'm not expecting great things. Saw 10. I hope we get practical effects traps in the new movie. I hope so. And that's why I think with the traps and stuff, you kind of have to do some practical effects, but I really hope it's good. I'm a Saw fanboy, so a 5. And hey, look at that right there. Look at that. I love Saw. maybe my favorite horror franchise. Love the Saw movies, and definitely a 5 for me. Yes, Tobin Bell. Love Tobin Bell. Got Tobin Bell's autograph on the wall up there. And What Movie One likes Turtles. Apparently, What Movie One and Fluffy Gamer like Turtles. Not missing much on the Doom movie. Yep. And look at that. A little banter between My Killer Podcast and the Wet One. It says Universal spent $400 million to make The Exorcist 2023. $400 million, and William Peter Blatty wrote the new Exorcist. 400 million. Oh my God. You think about it. They made Terrifier 2 with like a $250,000 budget, and you need 400 million for The Exorcist. Oh, it's got to be wrong. That's crazy. If they do Expendables 4 movie, don't let it be bad like Expendables 3. No, well, they are doing it. It's coming out September 22nd. But hopefully it's good. What? Another Hunger Games, a two. I do own the 4K Steelbooks, and I haven't watched 3 and 4. Nice. Willy Wanker and Metal. I'm with you. Willy Wanker, man. The OG Wonka was and will always be the greatest. Yep. No, Wet One, you are correct, sir. You are correct. Wet One, are you going live? What's the deal? Are you going live tonight? What's up? Believe it or not, I'm actually excited for the Willy Wonka. The Johnny Depp one is your favorite. Come at me. Well, Antonis, and I think you're a little bit younger, so I understand that. There are times when movies are before your time that it is understandable when you're not a fan of the original as much as what you grew up with. I get that. Not a Saw fan, so give that a 1. Oh, okay, right on. Yes, we need new Wonka. LOL. A 3. Okay. Yeah. Hey, we'll see. I'm sure a lot of people are going to check it out, and that's what I'll wait and hear the thoughts. You'll see what everybody thinks, and then I'll decide if I need to go see it in the theater. Dune is boring. Agreed. TC, have you ever seen a Hunger Games? How have you never seen a Hunger Games? With Jennifer Lawrence, groundbreaking role as the first female action lead. You have to watch it. It was cinema history. So it was Jennifer Lawrence really the first female action lead, TC? Are you sure about that? Sigourney Weaver might have something to say about that. So, a little movie called Alien came out like in the late 70s. Alien, yeah, Sigourney Weaver might have something to say about Jennifer Lawrence being the first female action lead. Although, I mean, that was sci-fi. If you're technically want to be specific with the categories, then okay, maybe. But I like Jennifer Lawrence. No problem with Jennifer Lawrence at all. I just those movies. Like I said, so when I watched the Lord of the Rings movies, I could not one of them, and the Hobbit movies, not one of them could I get through the entire movie in one day. I would wind up falling asleep, and I would have to go back another day and watch. And I got through them all, but they did nothing for me. It's just way too long and drawn out and stuff. But just that genre is just not something I'm really into. And so I just kind of categorize the Hunger Games with those, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I imagine the Hunger Games kind of being like somewhere between a cross between a post-apocalyptic world and a Lord of the Rings world. That's what I imagine it being, but I just never seen him. Let's see here. Saw behind the scenes photos on IMDb. What movie are you talking about there, Antonis? Gene Wilder will forever be your Wonka. No thank you to another one. Yes, Tiki, with you 100% on that. I just don't need it. Timothy, is it Chalamet? How you say that was great in Bones and All. Oh, that's right. And I still need to see Bones and All. And I was going to watch Bones and All and a couple other movies. Let's see. Do I have them listed here? What I was going to watch? Bones and All, The Menu. No, Bones and All, Pray for the Devil, and Violent Night. I was going to rent them on Amazon, but they're still $20 to rent. So I'm going to wait until the price drops. But I still need to watch those, and The Menu. Still need to watch those. Also, David Gordon Green is directing the new Exorcist. That doesn't do anything for me. Let's see. Let's look at David Gordon Green movies and see if that is worth getting excited about. Looking at David Gordon Green movies. Not producer, get past that. Director, here we go. Oh yeah, he directed a little movie called Halloween Ends. Man, imagine if he directs Halloween Ends and then follows that up with a shitty Exorcist movie. Wow. Yeah. Halloween Kills, okay. But man, yeah, David Gordon Green, like, it just even more tells me that The Exorcist is going to suck. Willy Wonka doesn't need any remakes. It still holds up, and the boat scene scared the shit out of you. Right? Exactly. As a kid, what a trippy scene, right? Ghostbusters 3, right on. I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife Thanksgiving and thought it was all right. Yeah, it was just for the first like 80% of the movie, you did not get the Ghostbusters. Yeah, you had a little phone call with Dan Aykroyd, but we didn't get the Ghostbusters. We got this adventure with the kids, and it was fun. Them driving around town in the Ecto-1, them finding the Ecto-1, the idea that they could just bring it back to life after it's sitting there for all those years, give me a damn break. That car would have been rotted. There's no way you're firing it up that quickly. But whatever, it's a movie. But it was a fun adventure. But don't call it the Ghostbusters. Don't make me think it's going to be about Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, etc. It just, man, it frustrates me. And I am not looking forward to the new one at all. Let's see here. I'm sorry, but Ghostbusters is the only franchise I'm a fan of, so I'm down. I will say I missed, and most of the kids are coming back. Oh, you're pissed that most kids are coming back, and thought back. Enough with that already. Time to move on and start a new arc with adults. Yeah, we don't need the kids again. We don't need, and that's where this one, it was all about kids. And the whole kid saving the day at the end. Like it would be in reality. Exactly. I hate movies where kids come along and like, no, we have to do it this way. And the adults listen to the kids. Kind of like the Godzilla versus King Kong movie where it was really all about a kid. Piss off, man. Like, so stupid. I'm so on the sequel. Hated Ghost. Yeah, 2016 Afterlife, the new one coming out this year, I'm sure. Let's see here. Hey, maybe they'll give us a new Tomb Raider movie. Ooh, I'm good with that, Larry. I don't need a Tomb Raider movie. I saw Charlie and Chocolate Factory for my birthday when I was a kid, so it holds a special place. And I get that. I truly understand that. When you watch something when you're a kid, I get it, even being more important to you than like the original one. The new Exorcist 2023 is woke, all main characters. Is that right? Well, here's the thing. If you are making an Exorcist movie that is about a black family, fine. If you're replacing characters with a different race, that's when I have a problem. But if it's a different family that has someone in their family that's possessed, fine. If it's woke and way up, dude, now that you mention it, I am feeling like I remember seeing something like that. I hope when I watch it, I can't feel the political influence, because when you watch movies and you feel the political influence, whether it's to the right, whether it's to the left, I don't want political influences in my movies. I want a movie about a true story, or not a true story. I want a movie about a story that's not influenced, not something. I don't want propaganda. This kid's kind of worked having kids uncover and bring back the ghost busting as a kid. Buy into this that are the unreal, but now they're being brought back. The kids need to disappear. Yeah. So yeah, the way it worked out, the family going there and the kids discovering this stuff, great. But the kids like, yeah, enough with the kids. They found it, great. They took it for a joyride, great. Now let's let the adults do the ghost busting. We want Filmation Ghostbusters movie with the gorilla. Like from the cartoon. Nice. Bill Murray did not want to do it at the Ghostbusters. I know they had to like drag him into it. But even if you don't want to have Bill Murray in it, even if you don't, don't make it make it like a Ghostbusters spinoff. Advertise it as a spinoff, not a sequel. Don't advertise a Ghostbusters movie to me and only give me 10 minutes of Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. I think Amber's turd is more popular than her. I can see them replacing her with nice. Yeah, no, that's funny. Amber Turd takes a curly fish turd on Aquaman's pillow. Oh God. Ghostbusters with the kids worked for a story that involved them discover. Oh, you talked about that. Dumpo the kids and let the adult take over. Yep. No more Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Right. Yeah, we're good with them. Enough Star Wars and superheroes movies. There you go. Sick of superhero movies and the fact that it's now a genre in theater that pretty much killed big budget comedies. Right. Exactly. That's all we want is explosions and actions and flying people. It's frustrating. Done with Star Wars. Wow. Okay. Yes, please. No more Star Wars. Wow. Well, hey, so there's been a lot of like frustrating content come out Star Wars wise. Andor and The Mandalorian have been fabulous though. If you haven't seen those, they're great. Even if everything else frustrates you, to me, those were great. Anything Disney is involved with, I want nothing to do with. The way they write their movies now sucks. Not only that, but they just keep whoring out the same franchise and people are never want to see it again. Yep, I agree with you. Megan was an all right film. I have a feeling a lot of people might like that one. Give it a 6 out of 10. Well, Swifty McSwift, well, thank you for that. That's cool. Good to know. I don't expect Megan to be something that is going to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. It was so great. But I think as long as it's fun and goofy and maybe some good kills, I think we'll like it. But I don't expect it to be anything that I don't expect it to become like a cult following or anything like that. I think what TC was mocking what JL said. Sorry, I'm not sure which comment was. Again, I'm going through a lot of comments. I was being extremely sarcastic with Jennifer Lawrence comment. Oh, Hunger Games can suck my balls. Okay, so now I get it. Okay. TC, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Man, you had me going. I thought you were serious. I was like, well, okay, all right, whatever. Oh, that's hysterical. Not an Aquaman fan. Really read college books, cared about the guy, but admit first movie was pretty good. Okay, right on. Demi Moore was action lead in G.I. Jane, and there are many female action leads in the 90s like Natasha Henstridge or La Femme Nikita. Yeah, there's a lot of like female action leads. Yeah. Cody, what's up, Cody? You need to message you so you can give access to the voodoo. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? And I have been so busy. There's like so many movies I need to check out, but I need to hit you up about that, Cody, for sure. But hey, Cody, hopefully you have happy new year. Turn the page on 2022 and the frustrations and sadness that went with that year. And Cody, hopefully 2023, you have a great, positive, happy year. It was an insult with such a disrespectful comment by her. I like Sigourney Weaver comment on her stupidity. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. I was like, hey man, you had me going, TC. You had me going there for a while. That was good. That's funny. All these youngsters can't appreciate old classics. Anyone after Gen X can suck it. Sean, that's mean. What's up, Tim? Hate Lord of Walking and Walking and Walking, all for a ring, right? Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It was just they were on this adventure. They were walking and walking and walking and walking and walking. Gene was a good Wonka, but I do like Depp. Okay, nice. I don't think I've ever seen the one with Johnny Depp. Exorcist will suck and Ghostbusters too, right? Tim. No, see, and that's me and Tim being just about the same age. It is. We grew up with the OGs and we want the OGs, the new ones, they're frustrating. I would still rather have got what we got of the Ghostbusters in Afterlife is better than the bullshit in 2016. Yeah. I just wish it was advertised different. And maybe if they didn't allude to the fact that we were going to get some of the original Ghostbusters in the movie. If they advertised it as this is a movie about one of the Ghostbusters grandkids, and then oh look, surprise, we get them showing up, then great. But you advertised it, and I expected a Ghostbusters movie, and that it was not. A happy New Year from Nova Scotia, Canada. Decent. What's up, Mark Pittman? Happy New Year to you as well. Stay warm up there this winter, and hopefully you have a wonderful 2023. Sean, I always thought Ghostbusters was an SNL movie. Well, I mean, you look at the cast, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. It was one of the movies that maybe happened because of SNL. A lot of movies like that. Sometimes when you're overly hyped for a movie, it can be a major letdown. Very, very true, Chester. When it doesn't meet your expectations, even if it's not a bad film. And that's why there are some movies that this year I have very low expectations for, and I'm hoping that they impress me. And what would some of those be? Maybe Transformers might impress me. John Wick, I'm not expecting much, so hopefully it impresses me. Indiana Jones is one I think that might be overhyped, and we might be in for a letdown. Maybe, I don't know. Creed 3, I think Creed 3 is going to be kind of a bummer. Cocaine Bear, I hope is good, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I hope are good. But there are some movies out there that could be really letdown type movies. Let's see here. What's up, Foster man? Let's see here. TC, kids being smarter, braver, stronger than the adults for some reason that are bumbling idiots has no place in any films besides family and kids. I am with you. I'm right there with you, TC. Way up, dude. What does the receptionist at a sperm bank say as the clients leave? Thanks for coming. Oh, man. Well, what would a live stream be without a great Way Up Dude joke? Very funny, Mr. Way Up Dude. Thank you very much for entertaining us this evening. Not a Saw fan. Okay, Larry. Joseph, what's up? I seen the house where got story from. I seen the house where got story from. What story, Joseph? I'm not following you on what movie. Foster man, I don't like kids in movies because it means they're never going to be killed. So there's no suspense, even when in dangerous situations. Yeah, and that is frustrating. You know, when the kids get away or whatever, it is frustrating. Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Might be a kid killed in there. How about we just give up on Ghostbusters because it's not going to make anyone happy no matter what. I'm with you, Cody. That's my thing. Just let it be. Let it be. And here's the thing. They could keep making these movies all they want. I'm just not going to watch them. That's just the way it is. Amber Turd, more popular than ever and more poor than ever. Kind of funny. Yeah. No, I know. It's going to be interesting to see how Aquaman does. But her career, I kind of see Amber Heard. She'll still act, but I think she's going to wind up like Tara Reid, where she's going to be in all these low budget bad movies. That's where I think Amber Turd's career is going. I agree. I don't want a movie with R or L agendas unless a movie is called Agenda. Here's my views. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Are you R or L? Religious or L? What's L? What's L? I was saying political. R or L. I'm not sure what the R or L is, but yeah, no. Hey, if it's a movie about religion and you want to watch it, great. But don't take movies that we love and force crap down our throats. You're doing God of War Ragnarok game. Nice. Very cool. Let's see. Aquamarine was cool. I don't know about sequel, or Aquaman was cool. Don't know about sequel. Yeah, I haven't seen the first one even. I don't want politics. I want entertainment. Right? Thank you. If I want to think, I'll watch a art piece, but that's not what I want in movies for the most part. We'll see. And TC, I want a good, a deep, interesting, thought out story. I want something that makes me think. Action movies are great, but I love a good movie that really, makes me think, about it, what is really, really going on. I love that. Me and a bunch of friends are thinking about doing a cross-country trip, stopping in LA and going to Vegas. Well, nice, Cody. Very cool. If you get dates together, know when you'll be out there. We'll have to try and work it out. Wet Movie One and I should be out there for Days of the Dead next month. Can't wait for G.I. Jane 2. I've never seen the first one. Yes, we should definitely plan a Vegas trip. Yeah, you got to figure out when you're going to be out there, Cody, and we'll have to try and make that happen for sure. I think it's more annoying than it being about kids and movies is when they put all their political garbage. Yes, agreed. Thought I was going to like Blacklight, but I actually hated it. Okay. Major Reeves, what up, Major Reeves? Happy New Year to you. Hey, we're not going to go all night long with this. I know we've been talking for over 2 hours. We do have a live stream tomorrow. We're going to be giving away cool prizes, but tonight we're going to be wrapping it up here fairly soon, everybody. And so don't take that the wrong way. I've got to do prep work for tomorrow and everything. And hopefully we see you all at 5 tomorrow for the fun giveaway. But let's see here. I know it's way off left field, but Top Gun 2, loved it. I'll watch anything Wick. No, Tim, Top Gun 2, epic. So like Tim and I and like Fluffy Gamer, we grew up like 5 minutes away from Miramar, from Top Gun. So man, dude, when Top Gun 2 started and that same music came on and they used the same song, it was like goosebumps. And I saw it in the theater, like the first, like the early screening. So we got like the special limited poster. And then Ortega hooked it up with the other. So I have both of the posters. I got the pins and all that stuff. Everybody was showing up in the theater in their pilots' outfits and Navy and Marine gear and stuff. And man, it was so cool. Like goosebumps. The audience was going crazy. It was amazing. Absolutely love Top Gun 2. It was everything I wanted. And it's so sad, for me and Tim and, so many of us, that grew up in Mira Mesa and loved Top Gun, with some of our parents not being around anymore, that we know, like, I know my dad would have loved that movie and he was looking forward to it. So it sucked that it got pushed back because of COVID and he didn't get to watch it. Love Saw movies. I'm a big fan. Nice, Robert. Very cool. Yeah, I love Saw movies. Cocaine Bear, loosely based on a true story. And that is one that is very, very exciting. and I heard it is loosely based. Yeah. Bump Ghostbusters. Man, no, the Who You Gonna Call Ghostbusters song? Dude, no, that song is legit, man. Love the Ghostbusters song. Foster Man, watch Cooties. Okay, so talking to each other, skipping on. Right, or let's see here. Exorcist House was Little Boy and House Still Haunted. Oh, you saw The Exorcist House. Oh, very cool. Oh, got you. Republican or liberal, right? Or okay, got you. Or Eternal. Yeah. Don't need it. We don't need it. Right or left. We don't need it. Thank you. Yeah, right or left. We don't need anybody's agendas, in the movies. Just make a movie about whatever it is. And unfortunately, so many movies, they want to make a movie and the studio goes, nope, we have to put this bullshit in it. Sharknado, I didn't think for 1 minute watching Aquaman. Oh, it's funny. Yeah. Aquaman for me, I don't know. I'll ever watch it. Off topic. Who would you like to play Superman? Henry. I would like Henry to come back and play Superman, but it looks like that's not happening. They've come out and said that we're going to get a younger Superman. So I'm fingers crossed that maybe someday they'll make, as Superman gets older again, maybe we'll get Henry back. I don't know. But as far as younger, I'm sure it's just going to frustrate me. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be somebody pull one of the kids out of Stranger Things and throw him in a Superman outfit and it'll piss me off. Jan Jane 2 and Chris Rock joke. Okay. Thanks, OGP, for live stream. Eternal, thank you for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. Never seen the first Top Gun. Have you seen Tarantino's rundown of what he thinks the film is about? Yes, I have seen that. It is very interesting. I disagree with Tarantino on it, but whatever. It's anybody who was either has any connections to the military, which I, being a vet, and having a lot of family in the military and growing up in a military town, I absolutely love Top Gun. Absolutely love it. It was a fun movie. Sad when Goose died, but a great, great movie. Absolutely love it. Man, I don't know how I've been on that base. A lot of the places you saw in that, and Tim's been there. And we were little kids as Cub Scouts handing out like flyers, at the air show there at Miramar. We've been there, like seen that tower in person, where he does the flyby and all that stuff. So just love it. Yeah. Now, to me, and if we're talking about, chills about the Top Gun, man, such a good, cool part of our childhood. All these remakes and sequels, and surprise, it never made a Castaway 2. Hopefully that never happens. They got story from Robert the Doll for Chucky movies. No, Robert the Doll, I know. I mean, there's a lot of doll movies that are like ripoffs of each other. Oh, my bad. Spoiler alert on the 40-year-old movie here. My bad. Or 35-year-old movie or whatever. My bad, Chester. Forgive me for that, please. But everybody, we are going to wind it down now. I'm not sure. I asked him twice and he never responded, or at least if he did, I didn't see it. But What Movie One had mentioned possibly going live tonight. I don't know if he's doing that or not, but I'm going to wrap this up. It's been a blast. If you have not heard or seen my list, the movies that I am excited for this year, I'll just recap some that I'm very excited for. Megan on January 6th. I'm excited to check that out. Knock at the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan movie on February 3rd. Very excited about that. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, February 15th. Very excited. Cocaine Bear, February 24th. And this is just movies I'm very excited about. The Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe, April 7th. Really excited. Renfield, Nicolas Cage, April 14th. Evil Dead Rise, April 21st. And then Indiana Jones on June 30th. Insidious, Fear the Dark on July 7th. Oppenheimer, July 21st. Haunted Mansion, August 11th. Equalizer 3, September 1st. Saw 10, October 27th. And that's really the ones I'm seriously excited about. So everybody, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. I love the interaction with you all. Take care of yourselves. Happy New Year to you all. Health, happiness, love, prosperity to you all in 2023. Take care of yourselves. Tomorrow night, we are 22 hours and 45 minutes away from the EMAG show. Every Monday is a giveaway. We are giving some stuff away tomorrow. Be here. Love to be able to give you something for free, just for hanging out and dropping by. Worldwide, everybody's included in this. Canada and all. Foster Man, good night. Everybody take care of yourselves. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.